Hello everyone. Good evening. Jai Shri Krishna. Welcome back in the evening session. Okay, so in the evening session, we are going to discuss about how to judge a person's economical status, the financial status. To judge a person's social economic status, here are 9 points. Okay, a 9 point status assessment, which is presented by me, Dr. Exeter Sharma. Okay, so here, how to know about the person's social economic status. So, we will consider the 9 factors, okay? And here is a low status, middle status, or rich status comparison. The first, income. I'm not disclosing the income because we don't know about other people's income. So in the lower status, it means like it mostly means the necessities, the basic necessities, and the middle status that we say the comfortable life, and rich status like the luxurious life. Like factor second is a home and flat. Like in the lower strata, they afford below 50k pounds, and in the middle, between 50k to 80k pounds, and in the rich status, that is more than 80k pounds. Similarly, in the car less than 50, in the middle 50 to 80k pounds, and in the rich class, that is more than 80 pounds, or the multiple cars. And the office, small office like less than 50k pounds, in middle 50 to 80, and rich office more than 80. Personal allowance is same, below 50, middle 50 to 80, and rich more than 80. Saving and investments like the mutual bonds and the in the stock market, or the jewelry like the gold, diamond, silver, or the real estate properties like that. So less than 50 pounds, that is comes in the low class. In the middle strata, that is between 50 to 80, and the rich more than 80. Temple. So lower class family do the charity less than 50k pounds, middle class family do charity between 50k to 80k, and the rich class do the charity more than 80k. Now let's talk about the household allowances, to maintain the house. A lot of expenses, the grocery and the electricity bills, and aesthetics. So less than 50k pounds, middle 50 to 80, or in the rich class, that is a 50k, more than 80k. Okay, more than, sorry for the mistake. And the ninth, office allowance is like where do you work? Like if, like I'm a doctor, I'm working in a clinic or a hospital like that. So if someone is a lower, then it means like a below 50k. Okay, less than, and middle 50 to 80, and rich more than 80k. Okay, more than 80k, that is a 80k pounds, that is a rich class. Middle between 50k to 80k, and lower than 50k, that is a low class. Okay, now let's talk about the money. How God has built the money, and who take the responsibility, the arrangement by the husband in a relationship, or management by a wife. Okay, like he gives, he provides, and she takes. He earns, she spends, and he dies, and she saves. The spending is also called the earning. Okay, like I'm spending some money on my equipments, or on my investment. So that is called the spending. He earns, he also works. So what is the meaning of the last line? That in the business, or in the health, when he suffers a loss, his wife helps to save him from the situation. She helps him to recover the finances, or in terms of the health also. So let's do the comparison. LMH, that is a low, middle, and higher income. So lower class people, in we talk about the SUV. So they afford the Fortuner class less than 50k pounds, which we call in the 50 lakhs, below 50 lakhs. In the middle class, they drive Discovery, the Land Cruiser, and between 50k to 80k pounds, that is 50 lakhs to 1 CR. And rich class affords the Defender, and more than 1 CR, that we call the 80k pounds. So this is how you can compare a person, by looking their car, like a person is a middle class, or a rich class, or a lower class. Now, marry a person as per your status or, as per your requirements. Like, no one just cares how do you afford that. However, that's on debt or own or a rental. One day, everyone has to sacrifice whatever they have, when they dies. So know the person's status before marriage, or, when you want to enter into long-term relationship. And then, then yeah, move on. Like, comment below you fall in which category, the low, middle, or rich class. So let's talk about me. I'm a middle class doctor. I do have a house, temple, a car, and a middle class car, or a, a office setup. So my asset worth middle class category. And now to upgrade myself, yes, I'm looking for a rich husband, a dignified, loyal, and honest husband who can take care of me, who can, provides me. So someone who can fulfill my financial needs, emotional needs, physical needs, and also bring me happiness in the life. Now, let's talk about the other thing. If I marry a nice person, what he will do with his assets? Yes, he will write and give away everything to me in his legal gift deed. I'm not saying that that person has to give me every asset of, but at least like, you know, a bit assets. My legal gifted will be transferred to my younger siblings, my brother, or in temple charity, as I come from the, the charitable family. So I don't care about like what my ancestors has given to my father, to my brother, and to me. What you have built, that's matter, their own identity, not by given the not given by the ancestors, or we call the old money. So for me, like a husband, he's a dignified giver, a provider, not a taker. So all men are a provider. So it keeps circulating. Like for example, like if someone wants to marry me, and if he gives to me as a legal gift deed in the long term relationship, or in a marriage, or in any partnership, to get my love, status, trust, and sensitivity, or so and so forth. Vice versa, my brother will give it to someone else, to his wife, other women. Then the family legacy and lineage grow. So it rotates. So recognition and the good deeds, which we call the punya, earns in the gods abroad by doing the giving and taking nature. People who don't give or unfaithful, they get the punishments, or they remain in silent. They do suffer in hell, or in the end, we all end up no alone. So share love and happiness. So, if they do not provide for her, the wealth doesn't come to them either. A woman is considered, in a Hinduism as a Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and her presence is believed to multiply the income and the prosperity in the family. So, here, a comparison that lower class assets below the 10 CR, the 100 millions, middle class assets, the between the 100 to 500, and the higher class assets, that is a more than 500 millions, the 1,000 millions of that we call the 1 billion. So this is about, now if you're also looking for a partner, so you have to trust, or you have to build the trust every day. And here is an affluent partner who provides in the long-term relationship or in a marriage, called a generous or a higher value man, where a middle class daughter like me who accepts a good quality home and apartment, ideally own or a rental, or 3 BHK plus temple with a garden, pool, gym amenities, Everyone wants a comfort life or a premium life if they are doctors and engineers, or if they get the professional degrees. And it's okay even if he doesn't have a house of his own. That's okay, like, because many people in their 30s and 40s, they have not been able to settle down yet. So I'm quite okay with own or a rental, but it should be he should be capable, he should be responsible. And the reliable premium car for the lifestyle, one car, like I do have a BM, but I want to upgrade, I want to be a rich, so more than one CR, that is a Defender, and guys like the SUVs a lot. So it will be useful for both of us. So office premium workspace to grow in a career, or if he wants to give me a sedan, that would be fine. My personal car, personal wife allowances, like, for the grooming, to get the dresses, So personal allowances for the wife, or a long time girlfriend, clothing, footwears, cosmetics, mobile expenses, hobbies, outings, dates, travel, all these stationaries includes in the personal allowances. And if he wants to share a same office or a same car, then that would be fine, but it should be in the name of me, or it should be in the name of a woman. Or if he wants, like, I'll have my own office, own car, I'll give to you a different car or a different office, that would be also fine. Now, household maintenance allowances, like, grocery and all that, office maintenance, office bills and all that, temple charity, everybody should do the charity also, for to get rid of your past sins or the bad karmas, and to get the liberation and salvations, we should do the charity monthly also. And saving the investment, like in the form of the gold, diamond, silver, or real estate properties, or the bonds and shares. So these are some points or effects that everybody should know before getting married or before enter into the long-term relationship. So how are recognition earned over the years? The reason, the consistent honesty and the trust have earned the recognition and the status of the doctors, or of every person. Trust and referral grown and the loyalty. Yes, like if I am giving you a nice hospitality, okay, or a nice treatment, you should refer my name, or my work, and the loyalty towards your professions. So numbers depends on your life. So some of you were asking that how much numbers will I get from my partner. So that I cannot tell you, because it depends on your partner, and it also depends on the the divine will, or the God decides, like what was your past karmas or the past sins and the punyas and all that, the good deeds and the bad deeds, and depends on the God's will and based on your life partner. So marriage is about where your soul resides. Do marry always where your soul resides. Friendship, make friendship where you talk as a friends and make laugh each other, smile each other. Partnership where you see the growth and talent, where you see the skills. So thank you so much for watching this video. Here's my email ID, my office WhatsApp, and I live in Rajasthan. So thank you so much. We are here for you. Thank you for considering Ojas here, the Sterling Health. We look forward to welcoming you. Bye bye. See ya. Good night. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. And tomorrow we'll talk about the different topic. Okay. Good night. Jai Shri Krishna.